Hello, Courtney.
Hi, long time no see, DJ.
I know. How long has it been?
Uh, I don't even know the last time I saw you virtually. I feel like it's been like maybe over a week, which is a long time for us.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. All these virtual meetings. I feel like we've seen each other physically for Idenohi event
Oh,
not too long ago.
I
We
think
were
that might have
both
been the last time in
volunteering for
person.
that, but good to see you always.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Thank you for letting me jump on for a quick second and hijack the intro for the show.
So, Courtney, for those of you, I'm sure everybody's familiar out there. Courtney is our past president and 2018, I believe, and she is going to give us HOA updates.
Yeah, so I'm really excited today because we have some big news. We are getting ready to launch our online marketplace pre orders. So I think some of you have heard a lot about this, what we're going to do this year as we get ready and gear up towards our virtual Okinawan festival. We are going to be doing some pre orders for some festival t shirts and some fun new merchandise. It's taking us a little while to get our site set up. So, we thought we'd have it done by now, but it's taking us a little bit of time. So thank you for your patience. We do anticipate being able to launch it tomorrow. So you can go to shophuoa.com. If you go there now, right now, there's a message saying that we're working on it and you can sign up for email updates. And what that will do is as soon as we're ready to go, you will get an email notification that you can place your pre-orders. Some cool things that we're offering during this pre-order period. So the pre-orders will start tomorrow and they'll go through next Saturday, July 24th. And what you can do is one, you can support your club. So we are going to be giving commissions to our member clubs to help us kind of facilitate and promote sales. So you can designate a club to support when you make your order. You can also opt for in-person pickup instead of shipping for those of you who are on Oahu. So we'll have select dates and times, and you can pick one of those and come and pick up your order. All of our pre-order merchandise we anticipate coming at the end of August, so we should be able to get it in your hands right before our virtual Okinawan festival, which is super exciting because then you can take it home, wear it while you're watching all of the awesome programming that weekend. But we also will be having new merchandise coming out as we get closer to festival as well. So lots of opportunities to shop. So just keep an eye out, stay tuned, and we'll be keeping you updated. Also, I wanted to mention we have a t-shirt design contest going on now, and the deadline is next week, Monday. So please get your designs in, and then we'll be letting you folks, our public, our audience know when we open up voting for the most popular designs. And you folks are going to help us select the winners. And the winning design will actually turn into a shirt for this festival as well. So lots of exciting stuff coming up. I hope you guys are excited and it gets you excited for festival. But yeah, so stay tuned.
Thank you so much, Courtney. I'm very excited. And thank you so much for working so hard. You and your team have been working very hard to get the online marketing up and going. Very excited for this t-shirt design kickoff. Uh, I don't know if I'm going to be submitting one myself. I'm not very artistic, but very excited to see what's going to come in.
Maybe you should work with your daughter to do some artwork over the weekend, DJ. You still have some time.
It's going to have a lot of rainbows on it, guaranteed.
Okay, well, thank you for letting me jump on and share those updates. Everyone, don't forget to visit shophuoa.com, sign up for the email update so you will get the update as soon as you can start placing your pre-orders. Hopefully tomorrow. Crossing our fingers, technology works with us.
All right. Thank you so much, Courtney.
Thanks, DJ.
So we're going to be talking a little bit more about the Okinawan Festival a little bit, but actually we're going to be sending. In fact, you should have gotten a purple blast today, and if you don't get your purple blast, you're going to have to reach out to your either HUOA office, or you'll have to reach out to your club president, and they'll be able to sign you up. So we'll talk a little bit more. But for now, I'd like to introduce a new person on the show. You might have actually seen her on Irenohi. Her name is Shizu Higa.
Hi, everyone. As DJ just said, my name is Shizu. I've been interning at the Okinawa Center for actually exactly a month today. So I'm really excited to be here, and this will be my first Yuntaku Live episode. Yeah.
Hey Shizu, welcome. And man, you've been here 1 month and we've been throwing you into the fire. I think maybe by week 1 or week 2, we already had you on the Ide no Hi show, and you were actually hosting that as well too, yeah?
Yeah. Ide no Hi episode was, I want to say 2 weeks ago on the 23rd. And the HOKA members, including Jacob Higa and Amanda, Shane, Kira, Maddie, all worked on that for a few months. It's on the Hawaii United Okinawa Association's YouTube, uploaded there now. So if you didn't have a chance to watch it live, then make sure to go take a look at that.
And then, would you mind sharing with the viewers out there? I saw Janine and Lisa say hi earlier, but would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself and what school you go to? And then last but not least, what made you kind of decide to come to Hawaii and intern for us at the HUOA, the Hawaii Okinawa Center office?
Yeah, of course. So I just graduated from Stanford University, but I will actually be continuing my master's there, doing sociology. And I wanted to intern here because, as far as I knew, there wasn't a very sizable or at least active cohort of Okinawans where I'm from, which is San Jose, California. And I was realizing that that was a part of my identity that I never really put at the forefront. And it was important to me to understand that a little better. My dad's side is from Okinawan. So yeah, I'm so grateful to have this opportunity and be here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're very excited to have you. I'm very excited to kind of for you to learn more about your roots, and so very lucky to have you. So welcome.
Thanks.
And real quick, so we like to do a quick update on what's going on, and before we do the updates, I just want to kind of remind everybody, we'd be very happy and love it if you would support us in a way of subscribing to our YouTube channel. And so for many of you, if you had a chance to go to the Hawaii United Okinawa Association YouTube page, if you could subscribe and push like, and then that helps us quite a bit. And so if you can do that. And then also, we always love to see your comments. And so if you can, say where you're from, if you have a question for one of our guests, then we would love to hear from you. So please give us a shout out. And we will have, actually, if we have a purple blast, if we could bring that up. The purple blast, you should be getting it in your email. Actually, Shizu, would you mind giving us a quick update on the Uchinanchu Taikai information?
Yeah. So the worldwide Uchinanchu Taikai, the 7th one, has been confirmed for late October of 2022. So if you're interested in attending, make sure to take a look at that and start registering. Hawaii United Okinawa Association will be partnering with Trans-Pacific. I believe Fran, I forget her last name. She is the person to contact for that, or you can always call into the Okinawa Center. And our president-elect DJ will be hosting a tour as well. So if you're interested in the specific HUOA tour, make sure to call in and find out a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I can't stress it enough. This is going to be my 4th Taikai. Shizu, have you ever gone to the Taikai yet?
No, I haven't, but I would love to. Yeah.
I hope it's like generating so much excitement. But I've been 3 times already, and this will be my 4th one. But actually, the Taikai is the reason. Back in 2006, when I went to the Taikai, my mother took me. And that was kind of when I was reawakened and found my interest in things Okinawan. That's when I came back to Hawaii and started getting involved. So it's, if you've never been to Okinawa, that's just one event that I highly recommend. Even if you're Mr. and Miss Uchinanchu and know a lot about Okinawan things Okinawan, it's a great event to really go to reconnect to your roots and find out more about your culture. And so again, I highly recommend it. We usually have about 2,000 to 3,000 people that come from Hawaii, and we're joining with other people from Brazil, and it's just a wonderful experience. So I highly recommend it. Yeah. And real quick, I'm going to give you an update on 2021 Okinawan Festival. So you probably heard through the grapevine that we are moving forward with the Okinawan Festival this year. So I want you to mark your calendars. The first day of the event is going to be September 4 and 5. And let me back up a little bit. I just wanted to let you know that, this year we did decide not to do a full-scale festival at the convention center due to still, some concerns and regulations. We don't want to have an event where we're attracting 10,000 people. Maybe 1,000. Well, maybe that may be a little stretch too. But we still want to have a good virtual festival. Last year was great because we tried this virtual festival and it was such a success. And we've learned that we were able to reach people from all over the world. And so, we like to kind of improve on that and elevate the experience for your viewers, and then even for our members and family in the community here. So we're looking to do a little bit more of a hybrid approach this year. So on Saturday, September 4 and 5, we're looking forward to doing the virtual festival again at 2 p.m. And we're followed by the virtual obong on Saturday at 7 p.m. And this year, we're also going to be, what's new is doing a bento pickup and andagi pickup, which you'll see online pre-order form coming out on our Facebook and website starting in August. And last but not least, something else that's new this year is we've partnering with KHON. So not only is the festival going to be presented it live on YouTube and Facebook, we're going to be actually televising a shorter version of the festival on KHON at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So just tremendous opportunity to be able to reach a new audience, a broader audience. And so that's going to be presented on Saturday. We're also going to be featured on KHON programming throughout the week of leading up to the festival. And so stay tuned. We're going to be having a more detailed schedule coming out. So keep an eye on our Okinawan Festival webpage. And then last but not least, we have on Monday, we're doing a mini festival on Monday, September 6th. That's Labor Day. And so again, it's going to be mini, but we're still kind of be focused on children and family. And we're going to have a mini festival at our Hawaii Okinawan Center. So you could think of just like children's activities. It is going to be a pre-order event. So you're going to have to register and buy tickets online prior to. And so stay tuned for that. And I'm going to shoot it to Shizu to give us a little bit of update on how Ire no Hi went.
Mm-hmm. Ire no Hi was a really powerful event. So the Hoka cohort worked on that for a few months, and they had a chance to interview local Hawaiians who are Uchinanchu and actually lived through the war. So they gave really powerful accounts of what that was like. I think everyone should have a chance to learn about their stories. So if you have a chance, I believe it was maybe an hour and a half show. Please go check out the YouTube and go watch that.
Yep, I highly recommend. It's just amazing to be able to see the younger generation. I guess even younger than me. I thought I was young, but very inspiring too. Because at the beginning, when I first kind of jumped in and met the group, they knew very little about Battle of Okinawa or Ire no Hi. And you can kind of see how much they've learned over the course of about 4 months or so. So I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. Again, YouTube, go to HUOA, look for HUOA, and then search Ire no Hi. Yeah. How's everybody doing out there? I see Doc Rock. Thanks for joining in. I also see Narissa Shorty. Good evening from Mililani. Sunday, thank you for joining us again. Taking is on bucket list. Taikai is on bucket list. Got it. And Nishiyama Sensei, thank you for joining us again. I think we're, looking forward to a amazing show, Shizu. We have a very special guest, and we're very excited to introduce Ryukyukoku Matsuri Daiko of Hawaii. Ryukyukoku Matsuri Daiko, or actually for short is RMD Hawaii. They're a contemporary Eisa group, and they've been in Hawaii for quite a while, actually. And you probably may have seen them perform Okinawan Eisa, at various events, and even at the Okinawan Festival. We're going to be introducing Melissa Ching, who is the Oahu Shibucho, or the leader, and Kathy Matsuda, the Hawaii Fuku Chikucho, out of Hawaii Island leader. And then also John Loomis is the webmaster and instructor, and then also Cade Dickel, Kohala instructor. If we can bring them online. Hey, John,
Hi,
Melissa.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going? Kathy, how are you?
Hello.
And Cade. Good to see you guys.
Nice to be on.
It still amazes me how we can just like patch people in from all over the world. Kate and Kathy, you guys are patching in from Kohala, yeah?
Yes,
on
we are.
on the Big Island.
Hawaii Island.
And, Hawaii Island. So, and it's a bummer because it's around this time or pretty soon coming up. We would always see you. Yeah, we would always visit you for the Havi Jodo Mission Bon Dance. And this
Right.
year, I don't think we'll be able
It's
to do
canceled.
that. But hopefully next year.
I hope so.
But welcome everybody. How's it going?
Great. Thank you for having us.
Oh, looks like we have a guest, Faye.
Yeah, so maybe we can start with a few speaker introductions, and you can tell us a little about yourselves, your role in RMD, how long you've been a part of the group, and what inspired you to join.
Okay, sure. Maybe John and I will go first, since we were out of the people who are here, we're the most veteran members. So my name is Melissa, and I'm the Oahu Shibucho, so I'm the leader for the island of Oahu.
I'm John Loomis, and I run the website for our club, and also I'm one of the instructors here on Oahu.
So we are married, and we have been in RMD for about 17 years now, a long time, super long time. When we first moved to Hawaii, we didn't know anybody here, and we thought it would be a great idea to join a class, to meet some people. And we had no idea that it would become such a passion for us, and it would be a great way. I mean, not only have we met new friends and met new people that way, but also we have been able to form kind of like a taiko ohana here. So we've really been enjoying it, and it's been a great way, not only in Hawaii to meet people, but also internationally around the world.
And then Kathy?
So I'm Kathy Matsuda. I am the Hawaii Fuku Chikucho, the Hawaii District VP. And so I assist Akemi Martin Sensei. And I'm also the Hawaii Island leader for Kohala and Waimea. And I've been in R&D for 13 years. And what inspired me to join, it was just a great opportunity for me to bring Eisa drumming to Kohala. And I have more history later.
And then Cade.
I'm Cade Nickel from Kohala, just like Auntie Kathy. I've been doing taiko for since I was pretty much 10, so about 11 years now. And initially I joined because my older sister did taiko, and I'm the little brother, so it was like your older sister's doing it, so you got to do it too. But after that, I kind of grew to love taiko, because before then I had no idea about Okinawa or what Eisa or Okinawan taiko drumming was, and here I am today instructing people on how to do our kind of drumming.
Wow, that's great. And Kate, how old are you, Kate, now?
I am 21 now.
Wow, so you've been doing practically half your life.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think you guys are instructors, but you also perform as well?
Correct.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. And, whenever I see you guys perform, it's just amazing. It's almost exhausting to watch because you're doing all kinds of twirls and jumps, and your legs go all the way up by your shoulders. It's very energetic and dynamic. So that's amazing that you guys are just amazing to see.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yeah, and I'm sure many people in the community are familiar with you guys, but for people like me who might be joining in and aren't very familiar with Ryukyukoku Matsuri Daiko, can you guys maybe give a brief overview of your history and how the group was formed?
Sure. Our club is actually headquartered in Okinawa, and we have chapters around the world. The club was founded in 1982 in Awase, which is an area in Okinawa City. And one of our club's original founders is actually still a current director. So he's been with the club for the entire time. His name is Takeo Medoroma-san. And I think we have a picture of him to show. Once when we went to Okinawa, we were visiting headquarters. We were able to meet with him, and we really appreciate his direction and his leadership. He provides a lot of artistic guidance for our club. We have been for the club around the world, actually. And his kind of vision was that he wanted to share the passion and love for Okinawa and Okinawan culture throughout not only Okinawa and Japan, but also around the world. So we'll talk a little bit more about how his vision has impacted our club, but we just wanted to introduce you to him. And then now our club has chapters all around the world. There are actually 60 chapters worldwide, and we have a map to show. And so as you can see from the map, there are a lot of chapters in Okinawa as well as in Japan. But here in the United States, there are actually chapters in LA, in Texas, North Carolina, Ohio, New York, and Massachusetts. And there are actually quite a lot of chapters in South America as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one of the things Oh, no, I was just going to say that was one of the things that really surprised me. I didn't know that there were so many Okinawans in South America. Meeting Caro, who's from Argentina, that was kind of my first introduction to that. So really neat.
And it's pretty interesting that it's been amazing. We've been able to meet people from all around the world. And even sometimes we cannot speak the same language with each other. So we can't really communicate verbally. But when the music starts, we can play together the same song. So it's a great way to connect with other people, even if we can't communicate using language. So
yeah. Wow, that's really cool. And then, so on the map, it was very neat. It looks like you guys are looking for volunteers for someone to go out to Australia and Africa to start a new chapter over there. So please let me know if you need any help with that. I'd love to go there.
Well, we're excited because they just started their first chapter in Europe. Somewhere in the Czech Republic is their first European chapter. So that's kind of cool that RMD is still spreading.
Oh, that's really amazing. What about Hawaii? How did it start in, well, let's say maybe with Oahu first? Because I think Oahu was here a little bit longer than, yeah?
Yeah, so actually our club's founder is Akemi Martin Sensei. So she's our current president and also the director for the entire Hawaii region. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to be here with us today. Normally she would be, but she's not in Hawaii right now. She's actually in Florida with her family there. So she would like to be with us, but unfortunately due to the pandemic, she's there for now. But hopefully once the pandemic is over, she'll be able to return to Hawaii. But we did want to share that. So the club was actually started in late 1996 by Akemi Sensei. She actually started with just a small group of people at the Salt Lake District Park. And then over the past almost 25 years, we've been able to expand to all of the other islands. So we had a short video we wanted to show about that, just showing how the group has grown and changed over the years. Next year will be the 25th anniversary of RMD on Oahu. And we are called the RMD Hawaii chapter because originally this was the first and only chapter. So even though on the Big Island, it's a little bit confusing because of the name, but yeah, so I know you might see some familiar faces there from all the way back to their first performance at Okinawan Festival was in 1997. So yeah, it was pretty amazing. And then Akemi Sensei was very excited and glad to be able to expand not only here on Oahu by attracting new members, but also to be able to attract members from to start on the other islands as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and then we have expanded also to include not only taiko, but also shishimai. One of our members, Aaron, will be talking a little bit more about that later. But we did want to kind of showcase. Usually we take our annual club picture at the Okinawan Festival. So it's kind of a family reunion for us where members from the different islands all come to get together and we're able to perform all together for at least once a year. So we missed the chance last year, but we're excited that this year we'll be able to participate virtually. And even though we can't be together in person, we can still enjoy and perform together.
Wow, I love all the colors and different shishimais. Wow, how many shishimais do you guys have?
So we have the first shishi that we brought to Hawaii was Kemodoro, which was actually gifted to the young Okinawans of Hawaii. And then the second one is Maruchan. And then we have, here on Oahu, we have Kaikun, and we also have Akatsuki.
Wow.
And
It seems like it's growing.
We have shishi on the other islands as well. So it's nice. Sometimes we at Okinawan Festival we're able to do a Shishimai family reunion also.
And Kathy, love to find out how did the Hawaii chapter start?
So maybe you can bring up picture number 4. So about 15 years ago, I met Karen Kubahori, who does the Okinawa Day Camp, the Watabi Ashibi. And so this opened doors for me because I wasn't really into the Okinawan culture. So at the day camp, I met Jan Nishihira, and then later John and Melissa, who taught the drumming. And so through this connection, I met Akemi Martin Sensei. If you can show the other picture first. Sorry, I had it mixed up earlier. There, that one. You'll see John and Melissa in here. And if you look way in the back on the right, that's Cade.
That's me.
Hey, you were so short back then.
Yeah. I really shot up from then.
So through this connection, I met Kemi Martin, and whose dream was to bring Eisa Taiko to all the islands. But it took me 2 years to decide that I wanted to do that. But then our agreement was that Oahu would send an instructor once a month. And I thought, I could handle that once a month thing. And I thought we'd be making these kind of drums, the plastic ones. And I thought the pandanku would be made of cardboard. So I said, I can handle that. And I didn't think that we would be buying real drums and wearing uniform and performing. That was beyond my thoughts. So 5 months later, we did our first performance at Hobby Jodo Mission Hall. And that's the first time we met DJ, because he came along with the group.
Right,
and
that's
then,
right.
Yeah. And then 1 year later, 2009, we started a chapter in Waimea. So it's 13 years later now, and both Kohala and Waimea are very active. And then,
we actually just...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we actually just had our virtual Watabi Ashibi last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So this was our
Actually
first
good
class.
too.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no.
We had it here too, so that was kind of cool. The virtual. So this is Akemi Martin right in the middle, and then Jan in the front. And this is our very first class. And then you'll see Cade's mom on the right and his sister behind. So Cade was not here yet. But this is our first practice where it all began.
I think it's pretty amazing to see. Well, one, good to see that, HUOA holding this Watabi Ashibi, this children's day camp every year for at least 20 years or 20 years plus. But glad that it's making that impact. And that's great that, so many people were excited to join. Looks like you had like 20 people there on your first class.
Yes. And so, taught me a lot from this Okinawa Day Camp and met so many great people connected with the camp as well. So this is our 10th anniversary cover of our program book. So that's really our highlight. We survived 10 years in 2018. And Meruma-san's daughter created this cover for us. And
beautiful cover.
Yeah, love it. This is our group picture of the concert. It was in Kamuela, Kahulu Theater, and we had some entertainers from Okinawa, Ayumi and Atsushi. There's Hirikatsu, who does a lot of our songs. From Oahu, we had Cyrus Kamishiro was our MC. Norman Kaneshiro was also there performing. So it was wonderful. Next picture. We also have our little Chondara, Okinawan clown. And so we like to dress our little ones up once in a while for performances. So this is the Asian Festival. And this one, I just sharing some of my favorite pictures because I love the background, the mural, and our hula dancer Hana. And Kim on the right side is also a drummer slash chondara. So she was having fun.
Shondara.
Yeah. This is Run for Hope. It was from Four Seasons, and this one is really important to us because the funds raised for this event is donated to American Cancer Society, the Hawaii chapter, and also one of our drummers in the back there, Erin, is one of the managers at Four Seasons. And this last picture, and I hope Sam's watching, Sam Chat, if you're on, Sam Gushkin. We call him Uncle. He's also on Chondara. And this is Momo-chan. So she's one of the youngest in the Akimadolo family.
Oh, cute.
So here he is dancing with Momo-chan.
And does the chondara typically perform with you guys as well?
Yes.
With the drummers and very nice, very nice.
Kind of go in the crowd or go with the drummers,
cheer everybody on.
Yeah. And he usually takes
very
care
nice.
of the Momo-chan.
Now, Cade, you've been with Hawaii, the Kohala Hawaii group for 11 years now. Mm-hmm. And from what I understand, you're kind of like the bridge between Oahu RMD and then also the Hawaii RMD. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How you became that bridge?
The big reason for that is because I'm currently attending UH Manoa studying biology. So a significant amount of the year I'm at Manoa on Oahu. And that means I attend the Oahu practices. And then during, say, winter break, Thanksgiving, or summer, I'm back over on the Big Island. And what that means is while I'm on Oahu, I'm with John and Melissa at their practices. And I can basically study under them and like learn new songs and watch them because John and Melissa are excellent teachers. So I can think like, okay, I should do that with the kids, or maybe this will work instead. And then when I come back to Kohala, I can, and Waimea, I can bring that with me. And like I said, a big part of that is teaching the Big Island group new songs or thinking about how to be a better instructor for the children, because on Oahu, I have to deal with a lot of, like, that's me young. And then I can bring that back to Big Island, and that really helps me out when I'm over here, because that way there isn't a huge rift between the two groups where one group is doing this and Big Island is doing something totally different.
Wow, that's a cool picture. Oh, wow.
That's stunning.
Everybody at that performance, that's one of our members' houses near Kauai High on the coast. And everyone was thinking, don't go in the pool. Don't go in the pool.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah.
Is that you on the right-hand side, I think?
I think so. Just look for the really tall person. Second from the right, yeah. Yeah, that's me, I think. And then there's me at our, we go to Clem Kaniho's house every Veterans Day. We get invited and we perform for veterans that he has a party for at their house. This was a couple years ago at that. And that's one of our ones on Oahu. I can't quite remember where it was, but it's always a great time performing at the Oahu group and the Big Island group because it just has so much energy when we perform.
Hey, I noticed that for those of you out there watching, I noticed you guys had different drums. You had a big drum and a smaller drum. But would you mind real quick just kind of telling what the difference between the two drums? The bigger drum. Oh, maybe Cade.
Oh, okay. So our big drum is called Daiko, and that's for generally young adults or younger people like me and middle schoolers, high schoolers, and middle-aged adults. And those are kind of the muscle of the group because, I mean, they're big drums. They make loud noise. And then the smaller kind of tambourine-shaped ones are called paranku. So like Auntie Kathy uses one of those, and some of the older men and women use those in our group.
It's very nice. And so I think there is a video,
Video.
the Big Island recital. Could you tell us a little bit about the Big Island recital?
That was actually our 10th anniversary concert.
Oh, got it.
That I showed, yeah.
We have a short clip of that. Wow.
Wow.
Super cool.
Great job, Big Island.
Thank you.
So 10 years ago, so that would have been like about 3 years ago?
3 years ago, yeah.
Wow.
Didn't see that
Oh,
far
awesome,
away.
awesome.
And then I think you saw in the center of the stage was Hidekatsu. So he's actually the musician, the singer, the performer for Miruku Munari, which is our club's theme song. And I think one of the really unique opportunities we've had in Hawaii is to be able to collaborate with a lot of amazing Okinawan performers. So like Hidekatsu-san, or we had a chance to perform before with Begin, even with Mongol 800. So there have been a lot of opportunities to collaborate and a lot of chances that we've been able to kind of a once in a lifetime experience. We always have to tell the kids, like, okay, you have to watch the video afterwards. You cannot like start staring during the performance. But yeah, I think it's really a special, unique feeling that we've had to be able to perform with so many amazing performers.
Wow.
What an opportunity. And I know Hidekatsu is very popular as well in Okinawa. And he has a lot of favorite songs of mine, including Miruku Munari.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've been teaching the young Hoka kids some dynamic ryukyu with parankus, and I can't imagine how fun and amazing it must feel to actually get to do this live on a stage in front of a big audience. It's so wonderful. But yeah, so this Yuntaku started at the beginning of COVID. That's what it was born out of. And now we're on our 43rd episode, which is crazy to think about how long this pandemic is going on. And hopefully we're on the tail end, but maybe we have a bit to go. But since arriving here and kind of slowly dipping my feet into the community, something that I found really amazing is how intergenerational it is and how expansive the network is. And so I wanted to hear a little bit about what RMD's community looked like before the pandemic.
Before the pandemic, we practiced twice a week. So on Oahu, we practice at district parks. We practice at Halava and Salt Lake parks. So we just all from various spots on the island meet up. And we had of course, then afterwards, after practice, we'd hang around in the parking lot, or after performances, we'd go to the mall to eat together. So, we were like, a lot of ways, the drummers are all kind of like cousins. We see each other often, and we're all friends, and we get along. And then the parents of the younger drummers, they're all friends too. So, when the pandemic started, we had to shut down our normal classes, then we really wanted to keep going, right? Like, we like playing taiko, so we wanted to play taiko. So Melissa and I are both teachers, so we got a lot of practice doing class virtually. So we were able to set that up and practice. So we cleared all the furniture out of one of the rooms in our house, and we ran class for the students twice a week. But online now. So everyone practices in their living room or on their patio and so on. One of the really nice things is that we've been able to practice with the Big Island members also, just online, the same that we've done with our own students here. It took us a little while to get used to the lag. Music, and then the video we see of them is a few seconds later, and depending on how fast different people's Wi-Fi is, one person's playing at a different time than others, and we have to at first we were all thinking, gosh, we're terrible. What happened to our group? Just the computer. So After I guess we're kind of used to that. We'll watch this for a second.
Oh,
But yeah, this is one of the songs we've been working on. We've actually been able to teach some new songs all through the pandemic, so that's been really kind of great. And then just for socialization, also we started up once a week a game night. We play all sorts of games. We play Jackbox games and whatever we can think of to keep ourselves entertained. So every Friday night we all lay around on our couches and play games together and talk story and keep our RMD Ohana strong. And
yeah, so much props to all the teachers throughout the world during this pandemic. I know it must be such a challenge.
well, that's great. Was that, John, was that stitched together or was that actual just like a recording of a Zoom?
No, that one has a little editing on it. So that one
Okay.
line of the music, but yeah. Okinawa,
I was going to say,
actually asked for a video of what we've been working on, so we did our best to make ourselves look good for that one.
I was going to say it was either there was no lag or everybody was just off.
We have
off from the
absolute
music
internet for that video.
That would have been me.
It's hard with timing. It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in some ways, I think our drummers are actually better now sometimes because we're all playing in our own house by ourselves, and you can't sort of like side eye the person next to you and that's the person. You really have to know it now. So in some ways, I think we're gonna be really good when we come back and perform together again. Yeah.
And then how many people, so on these typical virtual practices, how many people join in and tune in?
Oh, I would say between 5 and 10, depending on the group. We practice different groups in different meetings. So we'll have the Big Island group, one group, or our younger people together or something. So, yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. And I could imagine, when you come back to, hopefully the pandemic ends and when you come back to join and actually practice in real life, I wonder how everybody's going to be in sync, right? Because we're kind of...
Hopefully we can make it work. Yeah.
But I'm sure it's just like a muscle memory. It's just going to come back. And everybody's going to be so overjoyed to get back together.
Yeah. And then Kate and Kathy, what has it been like on the Big Island?
Well, prior to COVID, we were practicing twice in Waimea and twice in Kohala. And then, each week. And then I'll have Kate.
And you guys would have about like 60 performances a year or something like that, right?
No, that's Oahu.
Here on Oahu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so now it's been almost 18 months since we performed the last time, so a long time. It's been good to keep up with practice.
So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Kathy. Please continue.
No. I think there's a picture. So Kate's been running the class.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, that's me and my cat.
Wait, was the cat practicing too?
No, but he just kind of watches me. He's like, why is he thrashing around in the driveway?
You see a lot of everybody's pets in the videos.
Yeah. This is what a typical Big Island practice would look like when the pandemic had everyone staying at home. So we had people in their driveways, in their living rooms, on their back patios, inside their garage. And it was a little tough at first, but we all kind of got used to it.
And then this is one of the benefits of the pandemic has been that we've been able to do a lot more in-person practices with inter-island practices between Oahu and the Big Island. So this is actually a picture showing there's me in the corner teaching the Paranka group on the Big Island. So before we would only be able to get together for instruction a few times a year maybe, but this way we actually are practicing together every week. So it's been an unexpected.
Very grateful. Yeah, it's been amazing practicing with Miss and John. So it's awesome. So we hope to continue even when we're meeting in live.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine how helpful and how good it was for the members to still try to, especially during the first 3-4 months of the pandemic, right? Nobody knows what's going on. A lot of us were in lockdown and just to be able to stay connected and even just play games and socialize and keep up with just the social aspect had to be a tremendous, I'm sure it was a tremendous effort.
A good stress
But,
relief, but also a great way to stay in contact, even though we couldn't
Yeah.
see each other in person. But it was nice to be able to spend time together virtually, at least.
I'm sure that's going to be key when you guys get back to have that strong group, because you guys were meeting every week. So yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for you guys to start practicing and perform again live. Well, I think excited to see. I believe we also have some of your students online. Yeah, from
They're
the Oahu
usually-
site. Let's see if we could get. I think it's Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
Aaron, how's it going, man?
Oh, good.
Hey, tell us about yourself. How old are you? How long have you been in RMD, and what made you want to join?
So I'm Aaron. I'm 15 years old. I go to Assets High School. I've been a member since 2016, and my mom used to teach with Auntie Melissa. So then I'd go to her school and I'd hear some taiko going on. I'd take a little peek, and then one day I joined their practice, and I got really interested into it.
There's a picture of little Aaron.
Oh, how old are you there?
I believe that was Oki Fest, the first Oki Fest that happened at the convention center.
Yes, I think you might be 12 in the picture.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And Melissa mentioned that you've been learning shishimai and that Maru-chan recently got a makeover, is what I heard. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so then I started learning the shishimai like a while ago, and in this picture is me and my partner Dylan, and then two instructors from Japan. So then in the next photo, I believe that's our first performance. So the yellow shishimai is Kai-kun, and then the blue one is Akatsuki. And then Uncle John and Auntie Melissa helped us out with that one, so we weren't lonely on stage. So this is Maru-chan. This past summer, he really needed a makeover, so then we had to redo the body, and the head part. So then Auntie Melissa and Uncle John stripped them, and then I went over there to help him put together his fur, because he was really, really bald before.
Yeah, that's been another benefit of the pandemic that we didn't expect, but we've been able to take care of some of the long-term projects that we had kind of set on the side. So.
Oh, very nice. You're learning to play sanshin too.
Yeah, so then RMD really got me into like the Okinawan culture. So then I really liked the music. So then I thought maybe I could learn sanshin. So then, I started taking classes with my uncle and then the sensei Norman Kaneshiro taught me and him how to play a little bit. Been learning for about 3 years, I believe.
Oh, wow, very nice.
Hey, good job,
keep
Aaron.
it up,
Good
man.
job.
Keep it up. Keep it up. And next, I think we have Macy and Alicia.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Hi. We're good.
I think it's been a long time. I feel like the last time I met you was you were a lot shorter.
Oh, I haven't grown that much actually.
Because it might have been like 10, 15 years ago or so too.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome. I mean, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So
That's about what I remember.
Oh yeah, like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hi, I'm Macy. I'm 19. I go to the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and I've been doing taiko since 2008.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
2008. So that's about what, 13 years.
13 years. 13 years. Yeah. Yeah. So in this picture, I think I'm in 3rd grade. Yeah. So as you can see, I've been doing taiko for a long time, and through my years doing taiko, I had the opportunity to travel with the group So yeah, in the next picture,
Oh,
yeah, this is in Washington D.C. at
wow, wow.
Wow.
yeah, at their 100th anniversary for the Cherry Blossom Festival.
Yeah, the 100th Cherry Blossom.
Oh,
That's so
wow,
neat.
wow, wow, wow. Wow, and you guys were invited for the event to perform.
Hmm.
We got to do the
Wow,
parade.
what an
and-
honor.
Yeah. We got to do the
Oh, no
parade
way.
and a couple of performances.
What an amazing experience.
And in this picture, this is when we visited the Big Island for their Cherry Blossom Festival. So when we had a little free time, we went to visit Mauna Kea, and I think this was actually my first time seeing snow.
Oh, no way. Wow.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that it snowed in Hawaii.
that's why. Yeah, it was really cold up there too. Yeah,
Yes, it was.
and in this picture,
Oh, wow. Shitty Castle.
I know. Yeah, so this was actually this was the trip that I took with RMD to Okinawa, and this is us in front of Shuri Castle. It was really interesting to walk around and explore the castle and learn more about the Okinawan culture.
Wow, I mean, good thing because especially now, right? Since
Yeah.
the castle has burned down, so what an amazing experience to kind of have that with you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mufi.
Yeah. So traveling with the group has made me realize that I really love to travel, and it's what I want to do in the future. So at UH, I am currently studying TIM, which is Travel Industry Management. And in this picture, this is me and two of my other friends receiving the HUOA scholarship. The HUOA scholarship is a full ride scholarship awarded to students going into the travel industry management program.
Wow.
Congratulations, Macy.
Yay.
Yeah, that's so amazing.
Congratulations. And you just started recently?
So I'm actually about to go into my junior year of college. So
Wow.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then looks like you're at a performance. It looks like the Okinawan Center.
This is at Kuakini, I believe.
Oh,
Is this?
I just saw the
think
red
so, yeah.
curtain.
Yeah. So in this picture, I'm performing a special part for our theme song Mirakumunari, Karate. I'm doing karate in this picture.
Wow. And for karate, is that kind of like, do you have to be at a special level? Is this like is it like a tier where you have to learn, okay, odaiko, then?
Oh, well,
Or
I actually learned Odaiko before I learned karate, so it's just kind of a special part.
Yeah, as Kate was mentioning, like Odaiko is kind of like the heart and soul of our club, but then we have special parts, and especially we try to recognize students who not only for skill but also for having a great attitude and good leadership skills. So we like to recognize those students and give them the opportunity to showcase some other special parts as well.
Very nice. And Alicia, so I'm assuming you're the younger sister?
Yes, I am.
And so tell us about yourself and what inspired you. It seems like you followed in your sister's footsteps.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I am 15 years old. I go to Honolulu High School, and I've been doing taiko since 2011. So when I was really little, I would watch Macy do taiko, and that kind of really inspired me to start taiko, and I started at 5. Also, my mom thought it would be a good idea for both of us to do taiko.
Oh, Kauai. Kidney health.
So,
Oh, quick kidney health system. Is this the same performance as the other
yeah,
with Macy?
it is.
Oh, very nice.
So, Alicia, you wanted to talk
Oh,
about some of your favorite performances?
Yeah, so before the pandemic, we would perform at Kokini Hospital and Manikila Senior Center. So I have a really soft spot for the elderly, and I really like performing for them, and just seeing the smiles on their faces really like warms my heart up, and just them having a good time.
Yeah, ever since she was really little, I think maybe the part Alicia looked forward to what most was that after we perform, then we get to go out and talk story with some of the grandmas and grandpas, and she'll always be like walking right up to them and telling them about herself and asking lots of questions, holding hands. And so yeah, it's something very special
oh,
about Alicia.
oh, I'm sure they enjoyed it so much too, and I'm sure they're excited to have you come back.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah, I think
how old
we're
are you
excited
in
to
this
go back
picture?
too.
Like
This is more recent.
yeah, like around 12, 13.
Yeah.
12, 13.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned this, that this warms your heart, and I feel like it's so important that we make sure that we get to know and talk story with our grandpas, grandmas, grandpas, and even in the elder community. So I think they really really appreciate it so much that you take time to one perform and then even talk to them afterwards. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
very
nice
nice,
to
very
see their
nice.
same smiling faces year after year.
Yeah.
So it's been a while, and we're looking forward to it being safe to go back to see them again.
Hmm. And then Tehani, you're on the kind of opposite end of the age spectrum. I think you might be one of the youngest members of RMD. You have a lot of people supporting you today. Cheryl Kochi-san says, "Hi, Tehani, you got this." So do you want to tell everyone how old you are and how long you've been part of RMD?
I am 10 years old, and I've been a part of RMD since I was in second grade. Yeah.
And what grade are you in now, Tamani?
Now I am going to be fifth grade.
Yay.
Oh,
Yeah, and how was your first big island trip?
It was good. I liked it because I got to go to a different place and see new things and meet people.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a favorite performance there?
Yes, going and performing at Cherry Blossom Festival.
Mm. Can you tell us a little bit about this picture?
This is at a place where we went to go get something to eat because we were all hungry and we had extra time. And then we came across the sign while we were walking to get food.
And what about this one?
This is across from where we ate the day after the performance when we were going to a practice with the Big Island group, and this is at the original King Kamehameha statue.
Wow.
And when we ate, I had a giant waffle, and it was like
A waffle sounds really good right now.
I just ate all of Jack's mom's bacon though.
Oh. Okay.
beautiful picture.
Thank you, Tahani.
Thank you, Tahani. And I think last but not least, we also have Nalani and Lisa from Kohala.
Yeah, say hi.
How's it going?
Okay. Hello.
Long time no see.
Hi, Nalani.
I know, honey.
And then I think we have Lisa as well too.
Oh, come on. Oh.
Oh, yay. Hey, how's it going? Long time no see.
Hi, everybody.
Nalani, I think you were I think we see each other more often, but you were very young the first time I met you too.
Oh, yeah. I was like probably 6 or 7.
Time flies, yeah.
Yeah.
And Kathy told me that so the Kohala group is also working on a shishi called Kanai Kahukoa. And can you tell us a little bit about this process of including what your shishi's name is?
Okay, so Kanai Kahukoa is our shishi's name, as you said. And Kanai in Okinawan means make wishes come true. And Kahukoa means brave guardian, so we kind of incorporated the names. And the name Metaruma-san came up with the name. So that's very nice. The founder of RMD, as I think we talked about it before. But so he is a big shishi, older one, teenager, that was born in 2019 in Okinawa. So his head was made over there by a artist, and we were taught by Ino-san, who taught us how to make it, and we made it. It was a very good experience. And how we make the HUOA process is made out of HUOA, not plastic like some of his family members, but HUOA. And so we go to the forest, we ask permission to cut, and we cut long branches of HUOA, and then we bring it home and have snacks with Kathy and make a little party of it. And we strip it and like take the bark off, and we roll it up and put it in a bucket, and it sits there for 6 weeks, and the bravest of us open the bucket because it's really stinky.
Wow. And how did you guys again, how did you guys have instructions or somebody actually showing you how to make it, was it?
Ino-san from Okinawa, I think he's from Japan, the mainland Japan. Yeah.
Aaron Lee talks about the how.
Okay, well.
Or Mickey.
We have a member named Mickey, Auntie Mickey, and she kind of taught us in the beginning, instructed.
Oh.
I'm just curious, is HUOA a plant that's used for other things usually, or is it really just for the shishis?
Well, Native Hawaiians used to make rope, so like in the old days they made rope, but it's also grown in Okinawa as well, and here. So
got it.
And did you say that the head came from Okinawa?
Yes.
And I imagine, was it just hand carved, or was it custom made?
It is made out of styrofoam, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was made over there. Oh, and paint.
Wow.
You can see.
Yeah. And Nalani, I'm so rude. I should have asked you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became to join RMD?
Okay. Yes. I started when I was 6 years old in 2009, and that's so almost 11 or almost 12 years. Yeah, it's been a while. When I went to my first practice, I wasn't really sure where I was going, and it's like, oh, so there's a cool thing going on over there, and that was fun. And I stayed, and I'm happy that I went because I met so many nice people, and I went to Okinawa trip in 2019. We made the shishi, and yeah.
Very nice. And also, you're also both you and your mom perform together, practice and perform together.
Yeah.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, hello.
Long time no see.
Hi.
And Lisa, we I probably heard this many times, but love to find out what inspired you to join, get interested in RMD.
Oh, Kathy was my neighbor, when I graduated back in 2000. And she ran Union Market across the street. So I would take my golf cart and I would go visit her. Like, we would have all our meals out of Union Market every day. And fish and poi. And Kathy started mentioning that there were these classes. And then, I wanted Nalani to be a little stronger. So I think we waited a few months until she turned 6. So yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
Wow.
But
And then I've seen you
behind some of the other Kohala members. So after Kate, a little bit after Kate.
Got it. Wow. And then, so, I've been told that, Lisa, you've been very involved in fundraising and, can you tell us a little bit about, some of your most recent fundraising activity and what were you going for? What is kind of the objective that you were shooting for?
Well, we have always been fundraising for helping with costumes but mostly for our travel. So travel to Honolulu's Okinawan festival to perform with Melissa and Jonathan and the other islands, and travel to Okinawa for Suri Castle to see Suri Castle, and we did. Thank goodness. We were so lucky. Also the concert that we mentioned, the 10-year anniversary concert, was a huge amount of fundraising. So yeah, Karamatsu was one way that we did that fundraising. And these photos here are some of the steps that many steps that it takes to assemble, to make.
Wow.
They look so simple and
That's
so elegant. There's Aaron with some large ones.
Those are
so
so tall, big those ones.
Yeah, so we would scout out the bamboo and the matsu pine and get permission to harvest and cut mature bamboo straight pieces and cut off the branches very carefully and get it to Auntie Kathy's garage, where we would have 2 chop saws in tandem going, cutting the length and cutting the angle cut. And then we'd have another pair of people matching up 3 pieces of bamboo and setting them into pots so that they stay safe and don't scuff each other up. And then the next team would be wrapping the bamboo pieces together in odd number of wraps with a fancy knot. That's easier said than done. Okay. And we have wrestled those knots. And sometimes the same knot again and again. And then we would then get to decorate. And that's kind of fun with the silk flowers and sometimes the real flowers and branches there. And origami cranes that we would fold in gold and silver. They're beautiful. Anyway, good fun. And then the matsu pine, of course. And we're so lucky because our Chandara grows it. Sam Kushigan. He has a pine tree actually at his uncle or his cousins. And so he gets up, no matter what the weather is, gets up the tree, cuts the branches, just exactly what we need. And we are so lucky. We're so lucky. So anyways, it's a very labor intensive project, but it's good fun and it makes some good money for all of our good stuff that we got to do. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And was it called Kadomatsu?
Kadomatsu. Good luck. Yeah.
Kadomatsu.
It's a good luck piece.
Wow.
It's sort of it's a religious piece, but I think it's more decorative now. I think a lot of people will just put it up for New Year's
New Year's,
as
yeah.
a tradition, but sometimes as a Shinto religion piece. Anyway,
Got it.
It's pretty wonderful to be able to talk about taiko and sell the karamatsus at our fundraisers, and we meet people and they ask questions about what is this thing, and then we get to segue into taiko.
Got it. Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for sharing, and ganbatte ne, itsumo. Every year, working hard to fundraise for the group so you can travel. Amazing to hear all your stories and how much impact RMD is making with Macy getting into travel management. And so wonderful to hear from everybody. Thank you. And then collectively, real quick, is there like a one big event? Kijimuna Heti Novella asks, what is the most memorable event you guys ever had collectively?
That is a hard question. We've had so many performances. I guess a few that stand out. Oh yeah, I think for the Big Island, maybe their 10th anniversary. And actually we were fortunate to be able to travel there to celebrate with them. I think some others have been when Begin came for their Yafayan music concert and we were able to perform with them on stage. It was, again, similar to performing with Hidekatsu that, you have to try to, okay, don't look over there. Just afterwards because it's amazing to, to be a part of a performance of that scale and to be able to perform with such musicians of an amazing caliber. So. Yeah. We also were able to travel back to Okinawa to participate in some of their anniversary recitals. So they were definitely very inspiring and helped to encourage us to be able to continue to grow and improve and get inspiration to create some fantastic recitals here in Oahu as well. So.
What a wonderful opportunity, wonderful experience too. And Tahani, Cheryl, Kochi said hi, you got this. And then, hey, good to see you. I think that's Joe Hijirida saying hi, David,
hi,
John,
Joel.
and Martha. Good friend. We haven't seen each other in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, guys, Lisa, Macy, Alicia, Tahani, and then Aaron, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I hope you continue to. Thanks, guys. We're going to be talking about a lot more about Eisa pageant now, but I hope you guys keep up the working hard and practicing either virtually, but I love to see where you guys go as you guys grow into adults, I guess. Yeah. So very nice to see you guys. Look forward to seeing you guys more in real life event performance.
And then Janine Oshiro just said, the future is very bright with all these talented young folks.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Amen.
Okay. Yep. So thank you guys. So we wanted to talk. I know that you guys have been preparing for the Eisa pageant. So could you guys talk a little bit about what that is, how it started, and why it started?
Sure. So actually, Eisa pageant is a special RMD event that they hold every year. And it's where all of the members all around the world have an synchronized performance. And it's actually tied with the Ichiman ni Eisa festival in Okinawa as well, usually. So it actually started off, our club's founder, Medorama-san, has the idea or kind of like a vision of Chikyu butai. So like the earth is a stage. So he wanted to share the love and the joy of Eisa. So he had the idea of like kando, to share the joy and passion that you feel when you play Eisa together. He wanted that to spread not only in Okinawa, but also around the world. So not only have the chapters been able to spread around the world, but once a year, we have an annual synchronized performance. So everyone around the world performs the same songs at the same time. So I think especially in this year, because of the pandemic, we've been separated from people who even live, on the same island with us. But then now to be able to join together with members and to know that when we're performing with all of our RMD Ohana around the world. It's pretty amazing. So, yeah. It actually It actually started
Oh,
off
I
as
was
a smaller event, yeah. So it was originally just at the Tomari Ohashi, the famous bridge, and it started off as an RMD event, and they wanted to share their love of Eisa with other Okinawan groups as well. So they started to teach other groups, and even friends and family could come, members of the community could come to give Eisa a try, and everybody was welcome to perform together. And actually, at that time, our Oahu chapter founder, Akemi-sensei, was living at Kadena Air Force Base. And she had started, she really admired RMD, and she had started a kind of like sister group, or yes, I guess a partner group to RMD there with some of the families that were on the base, because she felt like it was important for them to get to know Okinawan culture while they were living there. And they were actually able to perform at Tomari Ohashi with RMD there. So when she came to Hawaii, she brought her love of Eisa here as well, and was able to start a chapter of RMD here on Oahu. And then I think from getting to experience that taste of Eisa, so many people enjoyed it and really wanted to participate and try in the future years. So actually over time, it kind of grew into the Ichiman ni Eisa Festival. So I guess it kind of translates to like 10,000 drummers. So their idea was to have groups all around Okinawa come together to perform together. So here you can see the parade from the Ichiman ni Eisa Festival. And so there's different groups, not only RMD, but all different groups. And they perform together on the Kokusai Dori and Naha. So it was pretty amazing. And then, so I guess it's kind of simultaneous together with the Eisa pageant as well. So it's amazing to think not only are we performing with our RMD Ohana, but other Eisa groups as well. And then here is our special place in our heart for our RMD members at headquarters. We see some of our actually instructors there as well. So a lot of times we go to Okinawa to learn the new choreography, or the instructors will come to Hawaii to visit us and teach us. And then we just wanted to show just a short clip of one of RMD's performances at the Ichiman ni Eisa Festival.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I can't even picture what 10,000 people looks like.
So this is Miracle Minari, our the music sounds a little bit different because actually it's performed by Hiroka-san's daughter, Mion. So she's a musician in her own right, and performs the song as well. Watching that makes me want to go back.
Yeah. Oh, makes you want to go to Okinawa right now. Seeing the Pai Kaji restaurant in the background.
Yeah, so this year Eisa pageant is going to be a little bit different, but we are still going to be able to perform. But we'll be sending, actually, usually every year, no matter where we are, we can perform. Even if you're home alone, that kind of thing, you can still perform and participate in the synchronized performance. And then we'll be recording our performance and sending it to Okinawa, as well as usually we would be able to invite the Hawaii community to come out to celebrate with us. But unfortunately, because of COVID, we won't be able to do that this year, but we are excited to be able to share the performance with the community as part of the virtual Okinawan Festival. So we'll be using the video that we take at the Eisa pageant to share at the virtual Okinawan Festival. So we will still be able to share it just in a little bit different way.
Yeah, we're excited to cheer you on. That's so cool.
Thank you.
Quick question. So Eisa Festival, right? Your Eisa pageant, you were saying that you do a synchronized performance from all over the world. And how does that look like for the people that are watching the Eisa pageant? And how is it presented, I guess, is a question.
Well, I guess partially we don't know, because we're always performing it. We've never watched it. But as I understand, well, we actually usually before the Eisa pageant, we're able to connect with members of different chapters using Skype. In the past, so we were able to kind of in the time period right before the Eisa pageant starts, then headquarters will kind of check in with each chapter to find out where they're performing and kind of what's going on, what their plans are, that kind of thing, and we'll kind of touch bases, and then we start the performance together. But I think most of the groups will send, instead of sending the live feed, maybe we'll do a recording and submit that to Okinawa, and then they're able to kind of put it in together to create a composite video.
Well, yeah, I hope maybe some year, maybe either this year or next year, since it's all virtual, maybe they can send us a link so we can kind of watch it here in Hawaii and then cheer you guys on.
Yeah, for sure. And we will have the video for the virtual Okinawan festival as well. So
Woohoo.
yeah, nice. We're excited for that.
Great. Yeah. And then as we close out the episode, we're nearing an hour and a half. So I wanted to ask when you guys might be starting to practice in person again, if at all.
Well, I think right now we started off with our members first for the virtual practice and found that there were some challenges related to that. So we thought it might be a bit too frustrating for beginner students to try to learn from scratch in that kind of a format. So we decided to hold off on holding the beginners classes that we usually hold until we're able to reopen in person. But if people are interested, they are welcome to visit our website, which is rmdhawaii.org. And they can submit their contact information there, or also we have a phone number. If you're not tech savvy and don't know how to use the internet, you can also call 282-2433, and then we can put you on a list so that we can notify you once we're able to start the in-person classes again. So I guess we don't know quite when that will be, but we're hoping it'll be soon.
Yeah.
Very soon, yes. I can't wait, and I can vouch. If you've been to, I've done RMD for a little bit. I can say that it's a very good exercise. Man, just watching you guys, it looks easy. You guys look so graceful, and energetic, but it's a lot of sweat and energy you guys are expending. So, I highly recommend.
Yeah, really fun, but also good exercise. Great exercise,
definitely,
and a great way to meet people.
Absolutely. Oh, man, thank you very much for joining us, guys. And looks like we had Nishiyama Sensei from Jikoen. It says Jikoen is planning to reopen for our community in September. Very excited to have that, have Jikoen open up. I know they've been closed for almost a year, or well over a year, actually. And Maria Jenkins says, very informative. Thank you from California. It's got to be like, what?
Thank you.
11 o'clock over
Thanks
there.
for staying up to watch us.
Tuning in so late. And Linda says the little kitties are so good.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, guys, Melissa and John, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope the viewers out there and Kathy, yay, and Kate, and Aaron, and everybody. But thank you very much for tuning in. I hope everybody learned a little bit about RMD Hawaii. I hope it's inspired you to want to join the group, and if not, I hope it sparks some interest, especially for the younger people out there. That hey, whether you're Okinawan or not, I think it's great to be able to learn the Okinawan culture. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you, everybody out there, for always supporting us, and hopefully you guys can subscribe and support us as well too. And want to say thank you and have a good night. And thank you, Shizu. We do shaka.
Thank you. Bye.
Everyone.